Welcome to the very first video of the course. In this video, we're going to discuss about the basic principle of economics and how the global economy works and how economy growth is measured based on GDP so that we get a clear picture of the environments where we may be running the business. Also, we will discuss how financial crisis happened in 2008 and the current economic events and monetary policy of the central banks that we need to know before we get into the business management subjects. And also we will discuss how monetary policy of the central banks can impact on a business in different industries or even in the global economy. So let's get started with economics. What is economics? Economics is by definition the study of how people, business, or nations deal with scarcity to satisfy their unlimited needs. Economics can be divided into macroeconomics and microeconomics. Macroeconomics is the study of economy as a whole that consists of inflation, gross domestic product growth, national income, unemployment, etc. And microeconomics focuses more on the behavior of individuals and companies making decisions regarding the allocation of scarce resources and the interactions among these individuals and companies. And there are a few important principles when it comes to economics. One is supply and demand, and the other one is inflation and interest rate. In fact, interest rate and inflation is correlated in a way that when there is high interest, there will be low inflation, and when there is a low interest rate, and there will be high inflation. So let's discuss about supply and demand. The basic rule of supply and demand is it creates the point of equilibrium that determines the price of the product. And if supply increases, demand stays the same, the price will go down. And if demand goes up, supply stays the same, price will go up. However, there is one factor that can potentially change the equation of the supply and demand, which is called elasticity. And we'll come back to that in a moment. Now let's have a look at law of demand. And it says if demand increases, supply stays the same, price goes up, and if demand goes down, supply stays the same, price goes down. Take Pepsi as an example. Let's say Pepsi can is sold at $1 per can, and the market demand is 1 million cans per month as a normal case. And if demand of Pepsi can increases to 1.5 million cans, for sure the price of Pepsi can will go up to $1.5 or even $2 per can. In another case, if demand of Pepsi goes down to 0.5 million cans per month and the supply remains the same at 1 million cans, chances are that the price will go down below $1 per can. So this is the law of demand that indicates the implication of demand on the price of the goods. When it comes to law of supply, price will be the factor to change supply rather than the demand. So if price increases and others stay the same, supply goes up. And if price goes down and other factors stay the same, supply goes down. Let's have a look at another term called elasticity. Elasticity is the measurement of relationship between a product and its price based on consumer demands that take other factors into account in determining changes in consumer demand. When a product is price elastic, that means changes in price will impact the demand. For example, Coca-Cola is elastic, and if the price goes up by 10%, the demand will likely go down to 10%. And if there are many factors that determine changes in demand, and it could be substitute products or even income level of the consumers and daily necessity of the products, which will determine consumer decision to buy or not to buy the product. And inelastic means the opposite, and despite the changes in price, demand still stay the same due to some factors like no other substitute products and the products are daily necessity, something like that. So a good example for the inelastic product would be the Apple products and the milk that we consume daily. Regardless of changes in price, consumers still buy Apple products like iPhone, iPad, and MacBook. And consumers are not much concerned about the opportunity cost which is the term often used in economics. And opportunity cost is the benefits an individual or business miss out when choosing one thing over another. Let's say I only have $1,000 and I have the options to buy either iPhone or camera, but I cannot buy both because I only have the amount for one item. So if I buy iPhone, I lose the opportunity of owning a camera and enjoying taking photos. So that is the opportunity cost for me buying iPhone over camera. Similar case in business, if you have options to invest your money in multiple businesses and you choose one over others, that means you have the opportunity cost of investing your money in other businesses, which could potentially generate far greater income than you can get from the one you invest in. These are economic principles and terms that are useful to understand both macro and microeconomics.